to be boring. Yeah, yeah. Tell me you ready, Mellow, you ready to spit for the ladies to keep it nasty, dark and petty. If you would pick me, then you might find this upsetting. You say that you're ready, well the joke's on you. Get it?
Hi. Tell them that it's jokes on you, pod. Hi. When I figured out the rest of that verse, that was cute. Why joke me that way? Oh, bitch. I like laughing that way. Okay. That did not sound bad. It didn't. That's why I feel like if I could have just been in a group, my sisters both can sing for real. If they started a singing group, I could have blended in.
Y'all should start a singing group called Elder Millennial. And just do it now.
It's too late, man.
It's not too late.
We're going to be Trinity 5-7.
You can say, there's a leak in this old building, and my soul has got to move.
We're going to be doing Mary Mary. I've been on...
Not too much on Mary Mary, though. I love Mary Mary. Oh, I must say.
Much is not given.
Those are the girls.
No. Of course. I've been listening to Kirk Franklin's Sirius XM station lately and just letting it play sometimes. Because it's like, am I critical of the church? Of course I am. But I want to be here. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, let me go back to my roots. And what's the Mary Mary song that everybody was singing?
Remind me to talk about a comment we had on our YouTube. Go ahead.
Okay. It was, damn, I can't remember the name of the song. But it was a song that the girls love to sing at church. It was a Mary Mary song. Oh, I Can't Give Up Now.
I love that song.
The church bitches thought they could sing, pull that out their back pocket, like the biggest joke.
I sang that for a talent show, a secular talent show.
Give up now. I think if I could just blend in the girls who can sing, and I'm gonna come back with the Mike Bibbins in the back, just enough. Come in, say. I
feel like if you
shit.
took like 6 months of vocal lessons and you took it seriously,
I could drop a single.
Well, I wasn't gonna say that.
Tyra Banks did it.
That's never a measure of what you should or shouldn't be doing. Tyra Banks did it. Tyra Banks would cut a bitch's hair bald and send her home.
Yeah, I have a joke about that.
Same day.
Yeah.
Tyra Banks did it is nuts.
She did it.
I mean,
I'm just saying it can be done.
Just because it can be done
doesn't mean it should, but it will. That's what I'm saying.
Let's move on.
Okay, you want to be in the video.
That's fine. That's fine.
All right. I know not to send a call sheet too.
That's fine with me.
It's going to be fun. I've always wanted to drop a single. I know, like, okay, I can't sing, so maybe I can rap, but I can't rap either. But I was like, I always want to have
I want to drop a mixtape. I can rap.
I want to just have a music video and just have hoes in the video.
I can't freestyle, and if I was a rapper, that would be a thing. Like, oh, she can't freestyle, and I would just have to be like, correct. I can't freestyle. I can rap.
You give me 45 minutes, I can give you 3 solid lines. Give me...
If you lock me in a studio with that damn iPad and Apple Pencil for 2.5 hours...
And some Google so I can look up
I can give you Tally's version of No Ceilings. I really could. I really could.
You know...
Because I talk good shit. Even if... The thing I feel like a good rapper is made by... You can talk shit even if it's not the truth. It just sound good. Even if you can make it sound good, you can make it sound like you got bravado. You can make it sound like something. Like, for example... Like with Future. The reason that musically I can't let Future go, I know he's not doing any of that shit or most of that shit.
But it sound
good.
It sound good.
See,
and you also good at arguing. So when you argue a lot, you gotta have like that off the cuff, boom, 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 back and forth, like a roasting or whatever. I'm not good at that because I don't know how to argue.
Because you grew up in a healthy household where people weren't doing that.
Fair. But like I got 1 or 2, but I also come from a long line of bitches, but we're quick with it. Yeah. You get insult, shade, I'm done. Honestly, I'm about to go home, put my feet up, eat me some pasta, I'm done.
I've gotten booed coming down the stairs in an outfit.
Like,
I've gotten booed.
You gotta be able to survive that. You gotta have something for that. For me, it would just be like, I'm very disappointed in the outfit. And I'll just be able to just take that. But for me, you know what I did do good? When the For the Dick challenge that...
the For the Dick challenge?
Remember when Light Skin Keisha was doing... It was to the Geeked Up beat. It was like, I'll dun for the dick.
Okay.
For the dick. I wrote one, and it was funny. Let me see if I can find it in my notes app. It was cute.
Don't recite it to me. I'm not in this.
No, I'm going to find it.
I don't need it.
But let me see if it's.
I would just like to. Is this camera on me? I would just like to say that I said I didn't want to hear it.
Where is it though?
Does it matter? Because I don't want to see it. But anyway,
It was in here. That's
look at God. Jokes of the week.
That's nasty. My joke of the week is, I went to the doctor. I went to my stomach doctor because I have a stomach doctor. It's that bad. And I was like, hey, man, what's going on? My boo-boo eating weird. I'm burping all the time. I can't lose this weight. Let's figure something out. If I can get on that Zim, I'll try it. But, let me know what we doing. What's going on with my stomach? And I stood up to show him, my stomach is big. It be bloated. And he was like, yeah. And I was like, hey.
Hey, man.
I was like, hey. I didn't come in this
Because you know what?
I didn't come in here to get disrespected like that. Just, you go to the doctor with a problem and they agree and it's just like, well, I know, okay. But I need you to get to the bottom of this.
I knew how much I weighed and what I looked like before I walked in here. I don't need your fucking cosign. I don't need your fucking...
I stood up, I was like, yeah. And he was like, oh, yeah. And I was like...
One time I was at a restaurant and I ate too much food and I casually made the joke like, oh, y'all gonna have to carry me out of here. And the little twink that was serving us was like... And I was like, bitch! I was like...
I'm imagining Tanner Tan. Tanner Tan be like...
I was like, hold on, ho. I was just making conversation. I was just joking.
Absolutely not.
I ain't eat nothing but a poke bowl. Don't be rude.
That's
Don't
how you
fucking
say it?
rude. Huh?
I've been saying pokey like Pokemon.
Let's move on.
All right.
Okay. Finish with the doctor.
No, that was just funny. That was just funny to me. That was the quickest joke of the week I could come up with.
Really brown today.
Thank you.
Don't do that. Don't do the White Walker eyes. Don't do
They
that.
look. What is really brown? Because your eyes are also brown.
No, I feel like you did something different with your eyeliner because I can see the color, like the brownness, like the brown. I don't know. Maybe it's the lights.
Thank you. Are my eyes lighter brown than usual?
That's
like
what
yours?
I'm saying to you.
Should I
No, please.
in my
don't.
selfies now?
No, please don't.
Do I have light eyes?
You don't have light eyes. Don't start this.
Is it hazel?
It's not hazel.
It's giving color contact?
It's not giving color contacts. I will put this on my list of things to not compliment you about anymore.
I'm excited. I don't usually get compliments like that. So that's
Let's move on. So
let's get challenge joke of the week. We all have been wondering. Let's burn.
No, I had another joke of the week, and I was just gonna talk about that.
Oh, okay. I thought that was gonna be a joke of the week. Okay.
No, so my joke of the week. Okay, so I've been manifesting very intently about the type of man I want.
Okay, come on.
What I realize is I'm leaving stuff out when I'm manifesting. And also, I'm not being specific enough. Because you remember last time I told you before I went outside, I manifested the type of man I want to meet. And then I met that man with that one long tooth.
They said in the comments on the TikTok, he had Barney teeth.
Exactly. Correct. So I did my little manifestation. I put...
Now, what is it? Or is it regular writing things down? Or are you doing witchcraft again?
I held a piece of rose quartz in my hand. What gives?
Okay, so yes.
Anyway, so I'm doing my manifestations. I wasn't as specific as I wanted to be. I just said the usual things that I like in a man. I get to the club Friday. Mm-hmm. It's 2 of my worst old niggas in that bitch.
Yeah.
Before me.
Yeah, you didn't tell me about the other story.
He saw me and didn't speak.
Good for him.
Good for him.
I love that for him.
But I think
that's
he
gross.
also saw me charged up on the other nigga and was like, ooh, I shouldn't say anything to her. But
because that would have been the straw that broke the camel's back.
It would. The fact that I manifested love me a trapping ass, dark skin, rapping ass, mud ass.
Dark skin?
I mean, anyway, you know what the fuck I'm trying to say. So,
because you always try to call me the colorist queen.
I'm not. I mean, listen.
She get it honest. And she's heightest.
Yeah, I'm heightest. Yeah, I mean, come on, man. Come on, what do you want from me? But so yeah, the fact that them 2 deviants were in that
and I do
space,
mean deviant.
I mean, these niggas are such degenerates.
Yeah.
I think God thinks I'm a joke. I think God thinks I'm something to be trifled with because why would you send? First of all, these are 2 different types of niggas, right?
Absolutely.
They're both harmful niggas, but one is harmful in the way that damn, I got a paper cut. That sucks. Very annoying.
Annoyingly problematic, yes.
The other one is I've got an active bleeding bullet wound. I need to go to the hospital.
Yeah.
I saw that nigga. I looked up at the ceiling in the club. I said,
Hey, God, it's me,
hey
Margaret.
God, it's me. You just be doing shit, bro. Why would you bring this nigga to me? Why would you do that? It was,
And that's exactly what we talked about last episode. We wanted to go outside, but we had to run into said niggas. And these are the exact niggas we don't want to run into.
But this was a safe space. You know how on Facebook you be like, I'm marked safe. This was a safe space from that nigga in particular because I had never seen him there before.
I haven't.
I've never seen him there before. So when I saw him, it was like an apparition. I was like, I'm imagining this. There's no way that this person is in my space. That long, lanky, slender man ass bitch was looking at me.
And you know he's listening to this episode because he knew you were going to talk about it.
Fuck. And the thing about it is...
Go and help that bitch with them kids.
Go and help that. And then, I was talking about that girl so bad. I felt so bad because sober me, I'm never going to talk about your bitch because I just don't think that's fair. That's not nice. You know what I'm saying? Even if I have feelings about it, I'll talk about her behind your back. I won't do it to your face. I asked him, I was like, where your bitch at, bruh? What's going on? He was like, she at home, sleep. I was like,
if my nigga, let me talk. If my nigga's outside in some random, not saying you're a random hoe,
I'm a random hoe for all intents and purposes.
For all intents, you are random. If a random hoe is like, where your bitch, me at? And this nigga just say, she at home. I think my spirit would just wake up out of the bed and levitate to the cliff.
That's not the funniest part. The funniest part is that in a not abrupt, but like in a roar of laughter, and I'm gonna reenact it. I said, she's so funny looking. And I cackled at the bar. And he's like, come on, stop. And I'm like,
come on, stop.
He's like, don't do that. I was like, she is. I was like, she's a funny looking version of me.
And he just like, nah, stop.
No, I think
nice,
he was genuinely upset. I think he was trying not to meet the moment with foolishness. But
nigga here now. The foolishness is already there.
Nigga here now because you keep
fucking with me.
You keep fucking with me.
Yeah.
But it was just, I felt nice to say the words to a nigga who terrorized you. What if I just hit you in your fucking mouth right now? Is really fun. Mm-hmm. I didn't realize that I needed that. Okay. Because I think for a split second, he thought I would actually do it. And for a split second, I thought I would actually do it too. Mm-hmm. But I'm like, there's a heavy police presence at this place. I'm getting put out. And I had already tried to sneak a flask in, and they took it from me at the door. So, I'm already a troublemaker.
You just was on just...
I was on that shit from the moment I put my wig on.
The lace just linking with your brain like Avatar.
I literally felt power up. As soon as I
You looked hot though, to be fair.
I put the wig on, I said, I didn't even have no makeup on. I said, yeah.
It is well.
I said, it all is well in the world. So then when I put my makeup on, even further, I was like, yeah.
It's no better feeling when you're getting dressed and it starts to come together and you're like... We fucking got him.
I put that dress on. I said, the hoes gon' love this. I said, this is... Man, I was telling the cops they had big booties when they was trying to calm me down.
You can honestly get away with anything if you look hot. Your titties were out. Your ass is fat. The possibilities, endless.
There's a video of me going, why all these cops got such big butts?
And because these Atlanta cops are such whores, they're going to be like...
Love it.
Hey, I'm not going to arrest you. Your titties are out, man. Come on now.
No, and my go-to when I'm acting crazy outside and my titties are out, I just want to ask the cop, do you want me to go to jail with my titties out? Is that what you want from me?
It's going to be cold.
Come on, man.
Cold titties?
I ain't got no panties on. What's going to happen? I got to put on jail panties? That's what you want from me?
Them jail panties be crazy.
Them jail panties, let me show you.
But my default panties are jail panties.
Jail panties, you could put them on like this and pull them up over your head. You could
They sell them on Amazon?
No wedge. I mean, type in jail panties.
I'm about to say, I'm going on Amazon. Jail panties. That's what I like, though.
Prison panties, you could put them bitches on and use the top of it as a bonnet. You could go...
Just cut 2 holes.
In my own little corner.
Fucking Django. Who put these hoes in these masks? My wife took her time. Okay, go ahead. You have a tattoo on your finger?
Yeah.
What is that?
For years.
I've never seen... Oh, I got a tattoo.
I know. I see it. It's cute. I like it.
I copied my sister's tattoo because she has a paintbrush.
Mm-hmm.
But it was so late at night because we did it at midnight in California time, so it was 3 a.m. and she was asleep. So I couldn't FaceTime her to see her tattoo. I just went to her Instagram. I put it in the wrong spot. That's my joke of the week, actually. I copied her tattoo and did it wrong. Hers is stacked dab in the middle, and I didn't put mine on the side.
I think it's cute on the side.
I think it's cuter on the side, too, because you hold the mic.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's cute. But I was like,
And then if you ever need it for it to not be seen, you just
And it's a
arm.
quick little,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Both of my ghetto arm tattoos, I can just do this.
They're
and
not ghetto.
Oh,
not you got to pose like you do taxes to hide your...
I don't care how hard you fold your arms, you are not getting my social security number. But yeah, that is crazy. The niggas are insane. Both redactors in one place. Wow.
That was really Evil twin. Like
They probably gripped each other up, and that's what they.
oh
they're mating.
yuck.
They're like
Yuck.
little mating call.
I didn't even think about that.
Evil nigga mating call.
Ugh.
Yeah.
I'm glad they're not friends. That would be awful. I don't like when niggas get together and talk about my coochie.
Listen,
Actually, I don't hate it because it is good coochie and
Quality coochie.
it's blue magic. But still, like, don't talk about me.
like if niggas got together and talk about my deviled eggs, I'd be like, well, yes.
Don't compare your coochie to devil eggs. That shouldn't be.
I'm just saying these are two. My coochie, my deviled eggs are two great things that I prepare for my body.
Mm-hmm. From your body.
My hands are.
I'm gonna say, what are you doing to
my
the deviled
coochie
egg?
from my soul, and they're both delicious.
You know what? I don't know about the coochie part, but the eggs are good. They are. So
Everybody don't get the coochie, but anybody can have some eggs.
I don't know, man. I feel like with the way that I've kind of put my pussy to the pavement in Atlanta because I'm so specific, it'd be the same type of nigga.
Oh,
and I don't know why I would never think that these niggas would not know each other or be friends.
Yeah.
So it's just kind of like, none of these niggas righteously have anything bad to say about me, so I don't care because I didn't do anything wrong to any of you people. But it's just like, yikes.
You know, I had like a weird situation in my throat. Sorry. Pause. It wasn't a tonsil stone. It was like, I had a piece of cake. It was a piece of cake and like sprinkles. I wanted some Funfetti cake, and I was like, I'm going to make me some fun. I've never baked a cake in my life. I said, I'm getting me some Funfetti cake, and I made it, and it was really good. I was going to bring you some.
That would have made my day.
Damn.
That's okay. That's okay.
You want some cake? I can get you some.
I really want a fried apple pie.
Now that is above my pay grade. I can get you some Funfetti cake,
and that's it.
and that's the best I can do. I can take you home and get you some cake at my house. You got shit to do?
I do. I got to braid hair. So.
Oh, you got to braid hair. I will drop you off some cake because I want to be financially irresponsible and go get some of these Steve Maddens that I've been seeing on Instagram.
Can you bring tomorrow? Because I really want to just braid through this girl hair and... Because I had to move her appointment
Oh, okay, for
to
this.
accommodate this, so I won't be done braiding until like 11. I really...
Okay, well, we'll figure it out.
Yeah.
We'll figure it out. But
I do want some cake. Let's move on. Let's do the... I wanted to address a comment that was in the YouTube comments from the last episode. The too long didn't read it all, the paraphrase, because I said I wanted my children to know the Bible.
Oh, I saw that
And
comment.
then I want to go look, but basically it was like, I'm not... Are you about what you say you about with, you know, how you feel about religion? I want my children to know all important, first of all, full stop literary works. That's number one. And number two, I can't change the way that I was raised.
Yeah.
It's going to be imparted on my children.
Yeah.
I have my issues with the church. I want my children to know the Bible.
Yeah.
Even if it's not just through a religious point of view. Some of that shit is just simply good shit to govern yourself by.
Yeah.
You may toil for a night, but joy cometh in the morning. I don't care who said it. You need to know that. I don't care if it was in the Quran. You need to know that.
Yeah.
You need to know that. I don't care if it was in the Torah. What's they book? The Torah?
Torah, that's the Jewish
The
people.
Talmud? I don't care where it was at. You need to know that.
And I think...
Some of that... so it's just like... I feel like internet life, people kind of force you to exist in a very narrow fucking closet.
Barbie
Like,
box
a
because
fucking
you're a
Barbie
doll
box
they play with. Right.
Because I'm the girl inside of your phone. My children are going to know the Bible. Am I going to sit there and make them memorize the books of the Bible like I was made to do? No. Are they going to be expected to, like, super love it and be super Jesus-y and wear bloomers and shit?
Bloomers
No.
is crazy now.
But I want my children to have some understanding, because I want you to be able to talk about it enough to say, I don't fuck with it. I don't like it. This isn't for me, but you got to know whether you like it or not. Not because mommy said that there's issues in the church. Not because mommy said she's got spiritual or religious trauma or whatever the fuck. You ain't gonna have no religious trauma because I'm not gonna give it to you. But I want you to at least be able to make the decision on your own.
And I think that was kind of what we were talking about in the podcast to begin with. That was the whole point of the conversation. Like, we have grown through the church growing up. We see what the church is now, what we don't like, blah, blah, blah. But we still want to, if we want to be atheists, we could just be atheists. You know what I'm saying? But we're not. I just do believe in God.
And I've repeatedly said I wasn't an atheist.
Right. So it's like, no, we are still Christians. We gonna talk our shit.
I was atheist? Am I crazy?
No. That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
Like, no, I didn't say that.
No, I'm asking because
No,
the way
people
that the
only
comment bothered me.
Yeah, everything is so extreme. It's either, oh, you Paula White or you atheist. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, no, there are ways to exist on the spectrum of Christianity. Everything exists on the spectrum. But I still want to be at a part of the church. I want my kids, like I said, to be a part of the church because it was fun. You know, the fun parts, I would love my kids to experience a vacation Bible school or a little field trip or a little fun hallelujah night. But at the same time, there are so many things that are wrong with it that I do think should be talked about. So, but again, people want to project whatever their thing is on you. And it's just like, well, maybe, and that's what I want to talk about this episode. Because it's like, when people in their politics or whatever, some go so extreme, everybody's not that extreme. I'm not wrong. Like, people really turned on us with the whole Kamala thing, and we criticized her on here.
Yeah.
We're not K-High, but vote for that fucking lady because look where the fuck we at now. I think there's a way of nuance to understand. It's like, no, am I going to be dick-sucking and standing for politicians? No. But, yeah, the lesser of two evils, but that's, yeah, sure, I understand that logic, but, like, look, we're here now.
We're here now, and it's just like, to button the thing about the Bible, so I'm not mad about it no more. What do I do when my children see me with my Bible and I've never introduced them to it before? I've never talked to them about
people.
Not even just fuck them people, but just like this is the point that I'm making. I got a Bible on my bar cart right next to the gin.
Mine in my passenger seat.
What do I do when I'm in my prayer closet trying to figure out my life so I don't kill a bitch?
Yeah.
Mommy, what's that book you reading? Oh no, don't look at that. Like,
it's Zane. It's for grown-ups.
It's for grown-ups. Like, is that how I'm supposed to treat the Bible in regards to my kid? I didn't like it. But anyway, go on.
Yeah, people are just whatever the fuck, you know. But I think, and even thinking about sinners, like you think about when Remick was like, "Oh yeah, those words brought me comfort too." It's like, damn, those words bring me comfort. When I'm scared, I say, "Oh Jesus," you know what I'm saying? Like, oh, hallelujah, you know what I'm saying? It brings me comfort. Even if I do hate a lot of the things that go on in it, it brings me comfort. So whatever. Okay. So booty hole topic into...
Yes, go on.
Well, I was going to say, we're going to go into the topic. So what I wanted to talk about ties into what you want to talk about.
Yeah.
So I was talking about the lady on Twitter. I can't remember her name. But she has these takes that are very, very far left or very rat film, very whatever. And her takes don't always be wrong. Like, some of them be far off the deep end, but some of them be right. But I just don't necessarily agree. But, like, fundamentally, you're not wrong. Right? So, like, I've had a run-in with her because, okay, this is the lady, again, I can't remember her name. If I had it, I would. I've blocked her. But she don't be all the way wrong. She don't. So, this is the lady who said that beautiful, attractive people are morally bankrupt. When the tweet I said, like, oh, when someone was like, oh, how inspiring to see you in a bathing suit, and I was offended by someone saying that, because why wouldn't you be? She was basically like, this is kind of fat phobic, because why do you think you should be exempt from that? But I'm just like, yes.
Why do you think you should be exempt from what?
Like, oh, why I should be exempt from being body goals because I don't view myself as fat, basically, is what it is. And at the root of what it is, yeah, sure. It does have to do with internal fat phobia. But we talk about internal fat phobia all the time. It's not going to just be snapped away. That's just not how that shit works. It's just not.
Right.
Societally, or how you view yourself, or even, again, I was just telling Brandon, because I make fat jokes, self-deprecating fat jokes all the time because it's funny to me. But also, like, anytime someone gets mad at me, I'm a fat, ugly bitch all the time. So it's just like, it's true. Like, literally, I don't know what I said. Oh, I think I was laughing at the Drewski and Whiteface. And someone went to my pinned tweet because there's a picture of me on my flyer and was like, oh, fat and ugly, just like I thought. And I'm just like,
I get those messages so much. And the ugly part, I know that that's not true.
Come on now.
Like, let's be so fucking for real. I have the face of a fucking angel,
goddess, yes.
Like, but the fat part, like the video I posted on Twitter where I'm like kind of like, you can see like my under tit and I'm like on the wall or whatever. This guy tweeted me and was like, I could tell from how you position the camera you fat. Okay, bitch, god damn.
God forbid I know my angle.
Oh, let me tell you something. Each one of these rolls is getting buttered and ate. Who gives a fuck?
Browned in the oven for 25 minutes.
Who gives a shit, bro?
Yes,
but it's so constant, like, you have niggas who have never been with a woman or seen a woman or ever liked or loved a woman that, like, genuinely think that, like, fat is, like, just the best thing that you could ever say. Little do you know, my nipples are 2 different sizes.
You know, mine too. But it's weird because the big nipples on the smaller titty and the small nipples on the bigger titty.
My big nipple's very shy. She doesn't like to come out to play. This little nipple, tiny nip, she likes to party.
So weird.
I don't know what that is.
Weird. Okay, but anyway,
back to what we're saying.
Back to the lady. But yeah, so I was like, yeah, at the root of, you're not wrong by saying my tweet is fat phobia, but also fucking sue me. It's fun. 1, it's funny. 2, it's real, because who wants to be told that them existing in their body is inspiring, even if they didn't mean.
Go ahead.
you be doing stuff like one can't see you, and two, like I'm not supposed to say that. She just pulled pepperoni out her purse.
I'm hungry.
Pepperoni.
And I won't have time to eat later.
You be acting like
I'm trying to have snacks that don't crunch because they be like, this fat bitch is in the camera.
They gonna hear the pork
eating. Swine.
That's so
divine.
Anyway,
Right
but yeah, so the root of it, yeah, it is fatphobic, yes, but it is also funny. So I don't. What you want me to do? And it's like, okay, this is where I get the small fat joke for, because someone was like, oh, why would she? Because I don't know why she would say that, because she's a small fat. And I have this is my stand-up joke, and it's very fucking funny. I don't care. And it's like, okay, if I'm a small fat, I can't talk about being fat. I can't laugh at that. And then she's went viral again. She went viral again a couple years later because she was saying that the nigga from the 70s show, Ashton Kutcher wrote a letter for him to not be in jail.
Yeah.
And she was saying, like, oh, I don't see the problem. People shouldn't be in jail because you're from the abolitionist standpoint.
People should be in jail.
She was like, you know,
when I'm like, president, I'm killing them. So.
Everybody's going, I'm not an abolitionist. Some people need to be in jail. I understand the, restorative justice and all the other stuff. I get that, but that's just not my cross to bear.
I'm an abolitionist in a way that, like, no jail, because I think them niggas should die.
Fair.
Straight up.
Yeah, so she was saying that from an abolition standpoint, but I guess she walked back and acknowledged that she was wrong. But it's like, at the root of it, sure, but that's just not what we're dealing with. This man is a predator. Nobody needs to be writing a letter on whatever. So then she went viral twice this week. So the first thing that she said was the Glorilla song, "Love Me a Dark Skin, Strong Ass," blah blah. She said it was race play, and she was getting dragged.
So maybe I'm ignorant.
I get her. She's not wrong.
No, explain to me.
So basically, she's saying that, again, Glorilla, while featureism is holding her back, she is a light-skinned woman. Mm-hmm. Is saying, I want me a big buck, mandingo, black, strong-ass nigga who can pick up all the logs and do all the work and blah, blah, blah. That is...
I just didn't take it that way.
Understand that. I didn't either initially, but when she said that, I was like, it is a fetishization to a point, because a lot of light-skinned women are like, yeah, I want me a big, black, big dick, big, strong, muscly ass. That is fetishization. It is, at the root of it.
That's nearly exactly what was in my manifestation.
Fair. But you think about colorism, you think of the black buck, the black, whatever. You think of all of those things. But you're not at the root wrong, but also...
Can I ask a question? Because here's my thing. If I like black men, right? Yeah. Black man is my shit. This is a colors only fountain.
Correct.
I like black men. I like big dicks. I like niggas who like to carry shit and take the trash out, and I like niggas who spend money, and all of these things could be considered stereotypes. But I say all of the stereotypes are all the things at one time. Now all of a sudden I want me a fucking mandingo fighter. That's not what I'm saying. I don't think, and Glorilla is in hot water with me right now. So this is not even a defense of Glorilla.
Yeah, me and Glorilla still
we on the out
back in.
Yeah, but I just don't. She is a country bitch from Memphis. Yeah, she want her trapping ass, dark skin, rapping ass, big dick, big gun. Yes! That's what she wants.
That's what she
wants. That's what she wants. Who doesn't want that? I need a big dick and a big gun today. Right now. The fuck?
And again, yes.
I'm confused.
I understand at the fundamental, but again, like, some stuff gets so far left-leaning, it lacks nuance. So it's like...
And the spectrum is really a circle. After a while, you're coming back around to the right. And that's the part of it that is also starting to irritate me about people. Some of this is getting into conservatism, and it's just dressed up as left-leaning.
And it gets kind of... Okay, so my last one that she said, and again, I don't know.
And you say she's kind of funny looking, right? Because that's a factor.
I actually don't know what she looks like, but because she doesn't have her actual face or Abby. It's like a...
I'm going to assume she's funny looking. This is funny looking behavior.
I don't know. But... so she was talking about, and this is also not wrong, she was saying that because Russell Wilson has this squeaky clean, perfect guy image, it puts Sierra in a compromising position, because if he were ever to abuse her, that no one would believe her. It was something along those lines.
I fully agree with that, and I have an addendum.
And, okay, so people were dragging her for that, and it's like, while she is not wrong fundamentally, like, if a man is perfect patty on the outside and he goes home to knock you against the stove and the refrigerator, and people, he would never. That is a manipulator's and narcissist and abuser's playbook. Mm-hmm. But I think also on the other side of that, while that is true, why are we immediately going to? You know what I'm saying? Like, what if we haven't had a reason to believe that? Why make that up? Like, he could be beating her. He could, but what? You're not wrong. But why is that? It gets to a point of the rap feminist or whatever, it's a certain level, and I talked about this before. It's a certain level of cognitive dissonance that you have to be with a man anyway if you're going to be dating.
It's a humiliation ritual.
It's a humiliation, which is like at the end of the day, I still like men, and unless I want to stand in a corner, I don't want to be alone for as much, and I don't think there's anything wrong with that. You know what I'm saying?
It's not.
And I think there's a level of like, dang, this man could kill me. But let's just hope he doesn't. You know what I'm saying?
That's
like,
literally being with a man. That's literally being
it.
like, any day this nigga could wake up and murder me, and that's just the roll of the dice. That's just what you're doing. I think, to your point of like, why are we bringing it up? I do think it's important to say these things. Yeah. I don't know if it was timely or like appropriate the way that she did it, but like with the Sierra and Russell Wilsonification of it all, it's not only is it possible that because of his image he could harm her and it would be difficult for her to be believed or whatever the case may be. Right. It's also that Sierra is in a position where dirty, disgusting, degenerate niggas think that she has escaped accountability for making a bad choice with Future.
Clock it.
So, thank you. So, in the event that she was harmed by Russell Wilson, it would be a gotcha. It would be a that's what you get. It would be a that's what you deserve. It would be Sierra's in a place where if that man does anything wrong, not even just physical violence, if he cheats, if he says, if he
got an outside baby,
if he got an outside baby, if he stepped to the right when he's supposed to step to the left, she's in a position where it's like, na boo boo, bitch, you should have let Future murder you. That is what that is too, and I think that is disgusting. And I think that's important to talk about as well.
No, absolutely. Yeah. And I think, again, they want accountability as being flogged in the middle of the town square and you are a single mother whore, you will never have happiness ever again. So I think, and then, because a lot of the replies were, people don't want to hear this because they just want goals because everybody just want a man so bad. And I don't think at the root of it, it's wrong to want to be partnered. 1, 2, I am somebody who is partnered and think every day like, what if he kill me? You know what I'm saying? Like, I get it. Or I've been hurt by this same man. Okay, I had to go through this. Oh, that's what you get, you dumb bitch. You don't want to be partnered so bad. You such a pick me. Why would you? You know what I'm saying? All of these things in my head because, again, a lot of the girls have been radicalized by Twitter. So it's just like, these are words and things that you've learned from Twitter. And it gets to a point where like you're just being miserable because I felt myself becoming like, damn, I'm being miserable as fuck. Let me walk it back. And then I think the whole goals of it all. People are like, oh, Sierra just they don't want you to talk about Russell and Sierra because the girls want hope, because the girls want men, because the girls want this. Because it's like, well, yeah, I don't think anything's at the root wrong with that. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to figure out all the comments I was saying. Like, the girls just want my man, my man, my man. It's like, I don't think there's wrong with anyone wanting hope. I don't think there's anything wrong with seeing people and looking up to, but like, I've had to stop looking up to couples because it always is some fuck shit that comes out. What?
No, I was going to say, I concur with you, but I disagree. I think that there's something fundamentally poisonous about looking at a couple and thinking. I think that is a very dangerous thing to do.
Oh, absolutely, I agree.
But I think that just like you could tell on the internet that it's niggas who have never actually touched a woman with their fingertips in their life, women are not exempt from that. And I've had to learn that some of these conversations that I'm having with radical feminists or other feminists who are heterosexual or are bi or whatever the case may be, they are still attracted to men. Just because you are attracted to men does not mean that you have carried on actual relationships with them.
Ooh, I have a point.
Okay, let me land.
No, but yeah, that's what I'm
saying. But like, doesn't mean you have carried on actual relationships with them, because I've talked to girls, and I know I make fun of girls like being ugly, and I feel like that informs how they feel about like talking about men or relationships or whatever. But no, I'm serious, and not even just about being ugly, because it's ugly bitches who pull niggas. It's ugly bitches who got 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 baby daddies, and they loved dearly. So it's not even just that, but it's like, if you only know men in theory,
that's the exact point I was gonna
make. If you have not really like been with a man, lived with a man, been in a relationship with a man, been able to call a man your own or not, you know what I'm saying, or had whatever experience, it's very easy to like, it's almost like how when you talk to virgins about what their ideal like first time is, and they say on the beach, but you haven't fucked on the beach, you're like, that's not even sand in your ass though. No,
but you don't know because
like, you haven't been there. You don't know nothing about nothing.
And that was the point I was gonna make. Yeah, because it's like, it's easy to be a rad film. I hate men when you ain't got no.
And niggas. I do hate these niggas. I've hated every nigga I've been with. I swear to God.
No, but it's easy to have these thoughts and like, oh, men are trash and I'm never gonna date. It's like, well, you weren't doing it anyway, and it's not even in.
And when you gonna do your fucking? you are attracted to men.
Yeah, let me finish.
Sorry, my bad.
Yeah, so it's like it's easy to have these thoughts and these things, and oh man, I would never, because you can't. It's not even in a nanny boo boo. I get niggas, you don't, because it's just niggas. But at the same time, you can have these opinions when you're not in the field for real,
Right?
And you're on Twitter. It's like when I talk about the anime abbeys, was like when they were talking about like, oh well, we never dated older men. You are millennials, or just dating 45-year-old men at 19 because you are an anime Abby the same day you're asking how to make friends because you don't have no goddamn friends. Of course you didn't date no older men because you didn't date nobody because you don't know nothing. You never been nowhere.
You was heating up your school lunch in the microwave because you was at home.
Literally. So I just was lurking at all the replies, and it was like one of the girls who had like a weird crash out about us or me or whatever, but it's like, you don't touch grass. So of course you don't have to have these. We'll talk about it. I'll talk about it because it seems like me mentioning her on here will make her day. So we'll talk about it later.
Okay.
But it's just like, you can have these opinions and these radical things, and you can say these things because you don't have to deal with these things for real, because life is not happening to you. So it's very
sad.
And it's very sad, but it's like it's easy to have these opinions when you don't have to make these decisions. You don't have to make these calls or do this or do that or have the nuance of dating a man, blah, 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 because you don't do anything. You know what I'm saying? And that's fucked up, but it's like, it's a reality of the situation.
Real, yeah.
And even down to the goals, like, so you can tell the girls have never touched grass because, okay, Cardi is getting her lick back on Offset. Yeah, oh my God. But with the worst nigga I've ever seen on paper in my life. He's cute, but this nigga's rap sheet, so just like, I can't even
What's the rap sheet? I thought he was cool.
Oh no.
I thought he was
like,
cool people.
He had like 3-4 babies in a year. Crazy baby mama shit. Apparently he was down trying to get him some bus, some boy.
Some hoe?
He was trying to get some boy puss apparently, and the boys were saying no, he was beating up the boys. It was some kind of crazy shit.
This my booty hole.
It's some crazy shit, some crazy DL shit. So he has like he low-key has a worse rap sheet than Offset.
Her picker broken.
But
it's fucked up. Her picker, that bitch is loose.
Fully, but the sad part is her stans are like, oh my God, Stefan opened the door for her goals or whatever. And somebody was like, you bitches are losers. And I was just like, I'm inclined to agree, because it's like, have you touched grass, a single blade of grass in your life? That is the lowest.
Our experience, I will say. And have men just treated me like a princess queen my whole life? Absolutely not. I will say that in times that I have been loved or liked or obsessed over, I have been treated with a modicum of niceness.
Yes.
That's not real for a lot of people. Like when you think of like the wealth disparity where like 1% of the people have all the money and then the rest of us don't, that's that in terms of like dating and attraction and love too. So you kind of got to like zoom out that like, we not having a regular bitch experience. A lot of people
don't have that. Like, people
and this bitch is having better experiences than me. This girl on TikTok said this nigga gave her 50 bands for coochie, just coochie. I said my pussy has
never
yielded me 50 bands, not once.
No, literally us being in our early 30s and having 2 boyfriends is crazy. You know what I'm saying? So I get it. There's a big gap in it, and the pandemic has made it worse.
Yeah.
So these people, like, I think that's why people love these influencers so much, because they live vicariously through them. We don't really get affected by that because we've touched grass. You know what I'm saying?
And also, we kind of the influencers.
But I even...
And not in a nasty, like, kind of the influencers, but, like, we do the
like,
shit.
Even just, like, the relationship. You think of, like, the Dear and Kins, and, like, you're into that crashed and burned, but you think about people who, like, watch relationship YouTube. We're not watching that because we outside, bitch. I'm not watching Dear and Kin prank each other. I'm on a date.
I'm in the restaurant touching peen.
For real.
So I'm not
in the bathroom going at it. So, like, we spend our early 20s living life instead of, and I think, and this is mean also, but it's just, like, it's kind of just the reality of the Gen Z, the social society, whatever the fuck we at right now. I don't know if you saw the conversation about the Gen Z girlies complaining about not having a lot of young adult media, because it's this new like young adult show where of course they have a black guy in the main cast, but there's no black girl, whatever.
The ones where they was in the refrigerator. On the
it's like an adult. Okay. Like, granted, that is an issue. Yeah,
next episode.
We're going. Oh no,
I'm gonna say it next episode.
Oh, you're gonna do okay.
Yeah, so because we about almost done, right? Yeah, so we have space.
Okay, so But the people want to hear about that now, though, friend. Well, let's wrap this up, and then
we'll
get
talk
into
about
that.
it, yeah.
So I was thinking about, they were mad that there was not a lot of young adult media. And I was thinking, like, we didn't have a lot of young adult media for real, either when we was in our early 20s. But we actually went outside. Like, granted, it is a problem that it's not enough black girls in media. It is a problem that it's not enough young adult media. But you're not going to have 46 shows on the air.
Because you should be doing stuff.
But you should also be outside living your life. Granted, like, both things can be true. Like, yes, we need more young adult shows, but I feel like y'all are yearning. Like, they were so excited about Forever, which they should have been. Or like, oh, black girl coming of age films. Yes, we had a couple, but you're not going to have a bunch, because that's, even white people don't have a bunch of movies like that.
Yeah.
But it's like, you actually have to go outside, you guys.
I think it's hard for the young
living
girls.
Through these characters.
It's hard for the young girls to go outside. They can't go outside how we went outside.
It's not
One,
safe.
because they don't drink enough. Oh, sorry. We're saying two different things.
Whoa.
No, seriously.
Whoa.
No, I'm serious. Like, the girls, somebody made a point on TikTok, and I agree. The girls are going outside, lemon drop, espresso martini. Let me get a dirty martini, which I think is fine, and I think it's
We were
beautiful.
drinking pictures of blue motherfuckers.
I was lapping a blue motherfucker out of somebody's hand in a club once. We were drunk. You guys aren't drunk
They're on
enough
the
to
same
have
internet as us.
fun.
They're looking at what we're doing, because we're getting lychee martinis and lemon drops and shit.
But that's what we supposed to
But
be
we've
doing.
grown into that. You need a pitcher, the Bud Light plastic pitcher with a straw in it. Sharing
I
with your
drank
friends, drinking by-
champagne out of somebody's collarbone on Bourbon Street.
Literally?
Y'all are not having. And the girl in the video was talking about how, like, the young girls always want to know how we stood up on our plastic Charlotte Russe heels all night.
We were
and didn't get
drunk.
tired. My feet, I could not feel them. I got home. My shoes were filled with blood. Do you understand me?
insane.
Do you understand me? They're not having balls to wall fun. I think it's because everything is recorded. You can't just go out and
They're
have a
not
good time. The niggas are somehow worse and lamer. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? Like, at the
Yeah,
end of the day, when we were coming up, niggas wanted to, even still, I will give our generation's men, they want to make sure you're having a good time. They do. If you're out with them, like you're actually outside with them.
Oh, with them, yes.
With them, they
Yes.
want to make sure you're drunk. They want, well, probably because they're trying to fuck
They're trying to fuck you,
But
yes.
they want to make sure you're drunk. You got weed. You getting home. When I was that age, I was getting home.
Yeah.
Them niggas was taking me home or ensuring that I got home. They would leave a bitch at the Waffle House. I have never seen such like that a day in my life.
Like,
So
even
they're
if
not
they
able to
kidnap me and take me home with them where I don't want to be, I was safe. I wasn't safe.
I was under a roof.
I was under, exactly.
Nah,
I wasn't safe.
I
but
might have had to
fight my way out there. My virginity when I got to the house.
Be like,
but-
ah, don't touch that. Get off me.
No, stop
it.
Please, no,
Get off
stop.
me.
No, please. But I was under
A roof.
There were doors.
It was just different. Like,
Yeah,
even when I've
it was
been out with that
Redacted.
boy and his friends.
Oh, my that
No,
boy.
seriously, like,
Oh, we have a good time.
we have a good time, and then niggas be like, "Where are you going? Are
Yeah.
you going home?" And I'm like, ugh. But I know I'm safe.
You know what I'm saying? But even when like, and it's like a duty.
You said duty.
DUTY. They have a duty to you. Because I will say Detroit niggas are different. And then it's also, I'm in a safe place because these niggas are friends with my nigga. But it's just like,
Right.
So I'm not like a fuckable woman. I'm a woman that they respect, which is weird. Because, you know, niggas only respect you if you're
hate when
connected
niggas
to a man.
respect me.
Because you see how fucking Vanessa Bryant's getting treated because they thought she was pregnant. That's a whole nother thing. But anyway, even when he goes to the bathroom and a nigga started talking to me, his friends was like, hold on, nah, bro. She good. And I'm just like, I am safe.
I'm safe.
Yay. So, okay, let's get to the meat and potatoes. It's gonna be a little over this episode, but let's talk about it. Let me give you a bad interview like Jennifer Hudson. So you went out.
So yes, Jennifer.
What?
I went out.
She went out.
I went out. This is terrible. I actually really hate her interview style, and that's so sad.
And don't ask no further questions.
Don't
I'm
ask
going to
no
interview you
question.
about this. So we're going to tell us
Okay,
what
all right.
happened. We saw your tweet. I didn't see it in real time. My sister texted me and was
Right.
like, is Tally okay? I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? Because I was
Aw.
doing stuff. So,
You're doing stuff?
no, I was,
Oh,
no, he
okay.
was at work.
Okay,
he
sorry.
be at work. I had went to take the dog to the groomer, and then
A mother.
me and my sister and her boyfriend went to walk the belt line. I did 6 miles, so I didn't get home till like
Okay.
1. And my sister texted me like, Tally was in the fight. And I was just like, girl, what the fuck are you talking about? So I went to go check your tweet because the last thing I saw was you said you saw a crazy nigga. I was like, so in my mind, my fan fiction, like, oh, you fought this nigga. Yes.
No.
She didn't call me and tell me what happened. So then I hit you up. You didn't answer the phone. So then I called Rita. I'm not gonna lie, I called Rita. And then, but you were texting me at the same time I called Rita because I was like, I know Rita know.
Yeah.
So what happened?
So basically, it all goes back to the day before. So my downstairs neighbor is a violent man. I can hear him whooping up on his woman through my floor.
Nuts.
Which, if you've listened to the podcast, it's not your first episode. Any level of man on woman violence is very triggering for me. But I made the decision, which I thought was the right decision. I'm starting to regret it now because I feel like I should have gotten involved earlier. That, like, I can't get involved in this because I could be physically harmed. The way that the apartment is set up, they're going to know it's me. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're going to know I'm the person that called. And this is going to sound like I'm being nasty. It's like, I feel like I have stood in the gap for women with abusive men. And I know how many times it takes to leave an abusive man. But, like, at some point, one of these niggas is going to hit me. Straight up. Like, if he's hitting a woman that he claims to love,
You're nothing.
I'm nothing to him.
Yeah.
I'm getting an uppercut from the floor. So it's fine. So I stayed out of it. And I could, hear, sometimes it'll be like shaking my room, and then sometimes it'll just be hollering and screaming. And I've just been continuously triggered by it. But I'm like, okay, I know they got kids in there. I know they got dogs in there. The dogs be in there going haywire and shit. I'm just like, I got a problem with how they treat the dogs because one of the dogs be scooching their ass across the grass. I'm like, it has fleas. It's scooching its ass across the grass because it's itching. Like, it's too much shit going on in this house. Yeah. It's not a safe space for children. Even if it was no violence, this is too much. You know how small my place is. Yeah. All them folks and animals can't fit in there. So, I, the other day, I had my headphones in, and I heard something so loud that I thought somebody was, like, singing. And one of the FedEx girls be singing at the top of her lungs when she dropped shit off. So I thought it was just her because she be giving Deborah Cox concerts. And I'm like, yes, ma'am.
Your apartment just has so many different storylines. This aside,
yes.
It gives, like, like the David Tyler Perry OG plays. It's like a...
Yes, it is exactly that.
Brewster's Place.
So I took my headphones out, and I hear a child screaming. Children screaming is and when it's not joy, is some of the scariest shit you will ever hear in your life. So the girl is shrieking at the top of her lungs in such a way that you want to be heard. You know what I'm saying? Like, because it's a horrible thing to say, but not you, because you grew up all right, but we all have gotten whoopings, and we know to kind of shut the fuck up, to not, like, bring attention to the home, right? So she was shrieking at the top of her lungs. I hear a little boy crying. This man is saying, like, turn over, nah, turn over. It could be worse, and nah, don't run and shit like that. So I'm frozen. My nervous system is fucking shot. I'm frozen. So I go get my neighbor. I'm like, you hear that? And he's like, yes. So I'm like, I'm calling the police. So I called the police. The police show up. I'm watching from my door because I don't want to be seen. Like, as much as I can retain my anonymity, I want to. But then I hear him first say to the police, well, you ain't gonna find no marks on her. You ain't gonna find no bruises on her. Like, call CPS if you need to, but you ain't gonna find no bruises on her. Da 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 da. So that's strike one, where I'm like, I know what you are. I know what type. Because any nigga who don't beat his kids will be like, I didn't hit my child. You know what I'm saying? It's never like, you're not going to be able to prove. It's like a Law and Order where the suspect is like, well, isn't that your job to prove that? You're going to jail. So then he knocked on my next door neighbor's door, his next door neighbor's door downstairs, and was like, come out here, basically like, come vouch for me and tell them, you don't be hearing nothing, like, I'm cool, like, I just whooped them, I don't be beating on them and shit like that. So when I heard that, I came downstairs to speak to the lady officer, and I was like, I'm the one that called. This is what I heard. This is what happened. It was immediately like, oh, did you record it? And I'm like, no, I was on the phone with y'all. I didn't record it. Like, I was using my phone to talk to the police. Right. They're like, well, we interviewed the little girl, and she said that nothing happened. And I'm like, she's going to say that nothing happened. Are you stupid? Are you slow? Like, she's going to say that nothing happened because that is her father. And she's not dumb. She's not a 6 or 7-year-old kid. She's like 11 or 12. She knows that if that nigga gets out, it's going to be worse.
Right. And then she sent her daddy to jail.
She sent her daddy to jail. She has to deal with that guilt. Like, it's all kinds of shit behind that. So the police showing up and being useless kind of started brewing my crash out. Like, this is a crash out stew. So we have the broth right now. Okay. We got the broth and a couple of...
You get the holy trinity.
We got the onions,
the gumbo.
the celery. We got the base of the gumbo.
The roux.
So then I go out to this party, and I see that nigga, and just my anger meter went up. Like, I just kind of got heightened. Like, I'm already going through too much. This is uncomfortable for me now. So now I'm starting to feel wholly powerless in regards to men. And that's not a good space for me to be in. I got an abuser below my feet. I got the craziest nigga I ever let into my pussy at the club with me. I cannot handle this. Right. So when I'm on my way home after I crash out at the club, which I Did I talk to them about
Yeah.
Okay. After I crash out there, I'm in the Uber. I think the last thing that I said to the police while I was outside of the club was like, can you come arrest my downstairs neighbor? He beats up kids. And the police was just kind of like, we can't do anything about that, man. Please get in your Uber and go home. And then I got mad in the Uber.
'Cause do something.
So then I got a vigilante spirit washed over me. So as we're turning onto the street, I said, something is happening tonight. I don't know what it is. Something is happening tonight. So I'm outside. I start screaming at the top of my lungs. I'm like, wake up the neighborhood type shit. I'm like, come on out, bitch. Come on out, motherfucker, and hit me like you be hitting them kids. And I'm screaming. It's lights coming on in the wrong apartment. I totally forgot this was a building. So other lights are coming on that's not him. But I'm so focused like a fucking dog with a bone on getting this nigga to come outside. That I'm screaming or whatever. So when I saw the lights come on inside of the apartment, I'm like, perfect.
Got him.
Action. So after a while, I'm still screaming. Ain't no door being open. I said, oh, okay. So I picked up a loose beer bottle that was on the street. I've got great aim. Learned that. I picked up a loose beer bottle that was on the street, and I threw it at the door, and it broke against the door. And the lady, the girlfriend, comes outside. She's like, what the fuck? Like, you throwing bottles and shit? I was like, yes, I'm throwing bottles. Everybody come outside. And I'm not having blinked once. There's tears rolling down my face. And so he comes outside, very scary. This is how I know I was drunk, because that nigga on a sober day terrifies me. He is genuinely the scariest looking man I've ever seen in my life. You seen that movie with Uzo? Is her name Uzo Ado? I can't say it. She played Crazy Eyes.
Yeah.
Well, no, maybe that's not Uzo. Whatever. It's the Supremes movie, the most recent
that is
one that come
Uzo,
out.
yeah.
Yeah, so where the man was like, oh, you crazy. You the girl supposed to be born in a tree. You look like a witch or something. He's that kind of scary.
I didn't get through it because it was giving sad. Because then somebody died of cancer in like the first 5 minutes. I was like, no thanks.
But anyway, so he's a scary man and mostly terrifies me. So much so that I've told my family he's the reason that I got a Ring doorbell. Everybody knows that I don't fuck with this nigga. I don't fuck with that nigga. So when he came outside, he just wasn't scary to me anymore. You were scary to me because you were hitting a woman, but now you're a bitch because you're hitting a child. So when he came out, I'm screaming at him. I've completely disregarded the woman. I'm like, you a victim too, and also fuck you. You're pathetic. Like, stay away from me. But I'm cussing him out, and I'm like, come hit me and come hit on me like you be hitting on the motherfucking kids. He was like, with your drunk ass. I was like, yep, I'm drunk. And what? I'm like, you are fucking terrible. You shouldn't be beating on that little girl. She can't defend herself, whatever the fuck, just going back and forth. And I was like, and I heard you tell the police you from Mississippi. Like, yeah, nigga, go back there. I got people there too. Like, whatever the fuck you want to do, I'm on. But I'm always going to be causing trouble about this, now that I know that you beat up on kids. He never denied that he beats up on that child or that woman. Never, not once. Even if you wanted to say, like, it ain't even like that, like, it's just like a whooping, like, whatever, I would be defending myself if somebody was accusing me of being a child and woman beater. So when I am dragged back up the stairs by my neighbor, I don't know what the woman said to me, but I told her, it's up for your ass every time I see you, because you're allowing this shit to happen. You're choosing a man over your children. You're allowing this man to beat on your kids, and I don't appreciate that shit, and I don't abide that shit at all. So when I said, it's up for your ass every time I see you, she was like, it's up. She was bewildered. Her eyes were so confused.
She was like, me?
She was like, me? And I'm like, yeah, bitch, you. Like,
the fucking duck meme.
She was like, me? I'm like, you. So my neighbor's holding me back.
What's your neighbor say?
It's
an important part. What he said upstairs?
Oh, like that I wasn't wrong?
Yeah,
he's like, you're not wrong, but stop. He's like, you're not wrong, but you're going to have to stop. And I'm like, I'm not stopping. So this is my neighbor. He was gay. He's in the military. It's a combination of factors happening here. So my wig sliding back. He like, oh, girl, please. Like, could you just stop? He's holding me back. Somehow I got loose from my neighbor, and I had committed to running up on this lady. So the way that my apartment is set up, I could see where she was in the front yard over my balcony. So I had already, like, scoped her out, like, how to get to her and, like, how to fight her, because I was irate. Mind you, I know that this is a crash out, so you don't have to tell me I'm crashing out in the comments. I was there, and I did it. So I'm assuming that when I come out of the little door part that she's going to step back to prepare
to hit me
for the shenanigans. Surprise, surprise.
Got the right one that day.
She stepped into it, and she... bing, bop, boom, 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 bop, bam. And
it's not funny.
It's hilarious. Mind you, I'd had 15 tequilas because I was ordering doubles at the function. So I'm fucked. I'm fucked up. So she hit me, and it's like, you know how they get a spider drunk and they make a web, and it's like, this is your brain on alcohol. That's literally because the web be all fucked up. That was literally me. So once I registered, I was being hit in the face. I was like, wow, I'm being hit in the face. And then then I returned fucking fire because I'm like, my brain is slow because I'm drunk. So we both dotted each other up. Everybody left 2-piece, no biscuit. And it was just that. And then the police showed up. The policeman, my titties were out, so the policeman was having a very difficult time being
the policeman showed up. Sorry, I forgot to be Jennifer Hudson. So the
policeman showed up. It was a lady and it was a man. And I don't know if you saw my Twitter from that night, but the way that I was dressed was not fighting clothes. Right. I was in a very scantily clad situation. So he was just kind of like, and then what happened? So you said you came downstairs. And the funniest part of the night is the lady police officer was like, all right, man, take a walk. Go over there.
Because you're
not doing anything. Basically, like, the police officers, it kind of seemed like they didn't want to do any paperwork. So.
And it's 4 o'clock in the fucking morning.
And it was 4 o'clock in the morning. So they were like, this seems fair. Everybody got their licks in. Y'all cool. Everybody go to bed or people are going to jail. And then also, like, I'm kind of glad that she hit me first, because had I actually got the jump on her like I wanted to and we didn't just exchange, had I actually got to her, I would have actually been in jail. I would have actually gone to jail because I was completely let me not say that on here. But had it gone the way I wanted it to go, I would have had my jail panties on. Yeah. 100%. 100%.
But God.
But
yeah, I mean, she was just like, finally someone my size that I can equally.
She's like, let me show you what I learned.
Whew, all right. It didn't work on that big nigga, but you.
And that's a big nigga too. But my thing about it is, what I wanted is for them to be uncomfortable. I have gone my whole life trying to make sure that I am nowhere near a violent man. I have literally gone my whole life making sure that's not my life. I won't have it below my feet. I won't have it to the point where I have to, not at all, I don't want it at all, but definitely not to the point where I have to get involved. And I want that little girl to know that somebody cared enough, even if she's not in the space, because at that age, she probably thinks that's normal, and that's just dads. That's just how dads act, and that's just what having a dad is like. This is what men are. Because that's how it is when you're getting abused. You're like, well, this is my lot in life. You don't know enough about other people to know that that's not
normal,
a real experience you're supposed to be having.
Yeah.
But I wanted to let that little girl know in my drunkenness, this is not right. Mm-hmm. Nobody in your house stands up to this nigga. You need to know that it's okay to not be afraid of this nigga at some point eventually, and that he's wrong. Mm-hmm. So hopefully I changed the trajectory of her and that lady's life, because I was screaming at the lady too. I'm like, I'm out here for you too, bitch. You think I'm just out here for the kid? Like, you getting whooped up onto? She like, he don't be hitting me like that. Do you hear your fucking self?
Right.
Do you hear you?
But again, she a victim too. So she drinking the Kool-Aid as well. Yeah. But yeah, and it's like, and this is what I be telling you, it's like, you not wrong, but that could have gone so fucking bad.
I could have got killed.
You could have easily gotten. And this is why I told you, leave that wheelchair in that goddamn park. Sit your ass down, go close some fucking blinds in that screen door. You can get harmed, and I would like for you to not be harmed.
I would like for me to not be harmed too, but I think this is going to sound so crazy, and not even just on some like sad girl being my personality shit. But getting to a point in life where you're not afraid to die, and also you're not afraid to kill yourself, makes you understand the gravity of death and what it means to die about some shit. A child will never, if I have space to defend a kid from an adult, I'm going to do it. I recognize that I could get hurt. He could have did. I was in that grown big. That nigga was like 6'4" and country fat thick. That strong fat abs under the fat thick.
Yeah.
That is exactly what he was. He could have. I asked to be hit, and he could have righteously been like,
okay,
why I oughta. I know that could have happened.
Yes.
But I also know abusers. You scared to hit a bitch who ain't afraid of you. So I took the risk because you beat kids.
Yeah.
And you need to know that shit not cool. But I'm not going to do it anymore. I do have a black eye. I don't know if you guys can tell. And my face was split. But I'm cool.
I would need you to not do that no more.
I said okay.
Yes. But I'm talking to you sober. And I also need drunk. No, look me in my eyes. I can see her. You fucking behave.
I feel like I did behave. Okay. We should live in a society where you make abusers uncomfortable and you run them out of fucking town. That's what I feel.
You not,
because it could have just been I fought a bitch in the club.
Again, you not wrong.
Because you notice I ain't fight nobody at this function.
You did not.
I fought where it mattered. I don't know. I feel vindicated. I feel right.
And you gotta live here, and you do. You gotta live there.
I know.
So you have to
I know.
take care of Sally.
I get it. That's what my mom said. I get it. I understand. I don't want to talk about this no more. I don't want to cry because then y'all will see my black eye because makeup can only do so much.
Yes. But we got to the bottom of it.
That bitch hit me so hard. Oh my God.
She been. When
I say I felt the truth is I'm tired.
But honestly, and I'm not even trying to be funny, that might have did something for her too, though.
No, I said that to the cops because the cops were like, do you want to press charges to both of us? And I was like, no, she needed that.
No, she kind of like, do you need that? Like, no,
she actually
she
needed
did
that.
need that.
She needed that. And I was just like, and I also don't want her to go to jail because I don't want them children in the house without a mom. Because regardless of what I think of her, she probably is the only level of protection for them kids.
Yeah.
So I was like, no, I don't want her to
And
go
he
to
may have
jail.
been like, damn, she do kind of hit hard. You know what I'm saying? That, and not even being funny, but just stepping out of it, she may have needed some way to get that off.
No, I agree.
And he may have needed to see that she ain't fully pussy. You know what I'm saying? She might snap one day and beat my ass. You know what I'm saying? So maybe.
And I think I told her to kill that nigga too. I think I said that in front of the police. I was like, girl, kill this nigga. Like, kill him.
But again, and this goes back to our conversation of you as an oldest sibling feeling like you are in charge of everybody. You are not in charge of the girls, and you cannot carry that.
That's fine. Well, I know now.
You carrying it for sure, but like you cannot carry that. You are not in charge of the girls. Go sit your motherfucking ass down there and go watch Cold Case.
All right, let's wrap up.
And we love you and we want you to be safe.
I'm gonna be safe, fish.
No. Repeat after me. I'm going to be safe.
I'm gonna be safe.
Say it loud.
I'm gonna be safe.
Thank you. Okay, we love you.
Okay, bye.
Bye.
Drugs,